Welcome to my latest video on best top tips and tricks for Call of Duty Mobile on YouTube. In this video, I will be sharing with you some of the most effective strategies and techniques that have been shared on YouTube by top players in the game. Will watching tutorials and videos on popular content creators help you improve your skills? So let's start by putting the browser into private mode so that the search is not based on my preference. Then I'm just going to search for YouTube. And now I'm going to enter our topic, top tips and tricks for Call of Duty Mobile. Now we'll only be taking the number one tip or trick from each video. So it looks like our first video is from iFerg with 7 things professionals do that you don't in Call of Duty Mobile. Tips and tricks.
Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's get into tip number 1 that pros always do, or that pros are trying to learn. So straight off the bat, tip number 1 is gun selection. Gun selection should speak for itself. People who walk around with guns like ICRs or Razorbacks or even the M4 are basically using guns that are not at the top of the tier list. Now what you want to be doing if you're trying to become a professional at this game is only use guns that are at the top of the tier list. Now what a tier list is basically down at the bottom. Think of it just as a normal list. Down at the bottom is the bottom tier guns, like the M4, the Razorback, the ICR. Like they're at the bottom of the list. The Chickums down there. But if you are looking for top tier guns, you need to go to the top of the list and look at all the statistics and recognize which guns are actually the best in the game and which guns people are just saying are really good, but they're not actually that good. So for example, one of the best guns in the game right now is the SMG, known as the MSMC. If you're an MSMC or an SMG player, that would be great for you because it is a perfectly viable weapon in ranked. It's also a perfectly viable weapon in public matches, and it is an absolutely viable weapon in scrims and tourneys. I mean, this gun absolutely shreds. Also, another example for maybe the assault rifle category would be the Type 25. I mean, it's basically the best assault rifle right now, along with the AK-117, but I would still say that the Type 25 is your go-to gun if you're trying to become a pro in this game.
Up next is 9sat Creations with top 20 best battle royale tips and tricks in Call of Duty Mobile.
Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another video. In this video I will show you top best tips to win every battle royale in Call of Duty Mobile. So let's get started. Tip number 1, landing zone. If you are not pro player, then always choose landing zone, which has less enemy and lots of loot. Because if you land on middle of map, then chances of get shot is 100%. Check out these maps locations with less enemies landing. This is blackout map, and these are landing locations with less enemy and maximum loots. And this is isolated map, and these locations are less dense with enemies, and you can find best loots here.
Following that tip, we have ExxotikGaming and his chat with Call of Duty Mobile tips, tricks, and secrets even pro gamers don't know.
Today's video, with the help of my awesome subscribers and their amazing comments, we've come up with some of the best, most underrated tips and tricks for Call of Duty Mobile in 2022. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below for more COD Mobile content just like this, and with that being said, let's get into this. Fires says, when playing hardpoint or domination and your team is holding the objective already, camp position. Position. You're not camping. You're not camping. You are positioning yourself, okay? Yourself in a building near the enemy spawn where you can shoot them from behind while they try to capture the objective. Just make sure to change positions often or they'll know where you are. Also, you can stay in hard scope. Pre-aim. It's called pre-aim. It's not called hard scoping. Okay? The door or the staircase to wait for them to come.
Jumping into the next tip, we have COD Narco with new tips and tricks in Call of Duty Mobile.
You may be expecting someone to introduce me, but I'm not like all the other guys. So, let me introduce myself. I'm Narco, top 1 player in the world for several seasons, and I'm risking my life teaching you how to become a pro player in a matter of days, giving you the most valuable tips and tricks you'll ever find. Sit down, relax, and enjoy. Now, before going up on the roof, I want you to know something. A few weeks ago, while I was in the roof of this exact same house, a guy climbed on the floor, came on the roof and killed me from behind. Remember what I've said, for as long as you learn from your mistakes, you'll be fine. Let's continue and see if I've learned my lesson.
A full-fledged tank has been dropped. Airdrop has been delivered.
This guy came from the top of the hill. If I'm right, I'm expecting more to come. Do you want to know why I didn't chase that guy, even if I shot him a couple of times? Let me show you. This is the reason. If I jump down to chase the other one and don't kill him fast enough, this guy could climb on top and both of them could make a sandwich out of me. And for this reason, I'm gonna give up the chase and wait to be pushed up in here for at least one of them. Never saw potatoes flying before, even after they're knocked. Hello, dear soldier, whoever you are. I'm sorry I'm gonna have to kill you, but I can't make the same mistake twice. It's not your fault, but some already killed me this way, and I've learned my lesson. Hope you're gonna learn a lesson as well by climbing that floor.
Our final tip is from Chaos with Top COD Mobile Tips for Beginners, Call of Duty Mobile Tips and Tricks.
Call of Duty Mobile has over 100 million downloads, and there are more people that are playing it every day. So I thought it would be helpful to do a top 10 tips in COD Mobile for beginners. Now, this is going to cover very simplistic stuff. This is for the people that have downloaded the game and they don't know where to begin first. They don't know what to do first because this is Call of Duty, but it's very, very different from your normal PC or console platforms. What is up, everybody? Chaos here, and let's just jump into it. I'm going to try to help out all of you beginners, and if there are some people that want more advanced top 10s or tips and tricks, we can cover that as well. You let me know what you want to see in the comment section, and we're going to start off with your settings, okay? Make sure you feel good with your sensitivity and movement. You can actually go test your settings in a player versus AI game mode, which is super helpful. There are so many little nuances to Call of Duty Mobile that they thought of that makes this a fantastic game. And you have to understand, once again, this is mobile. This is going to be completely different with your movement and how you actually set things up. Now, we're not going to go into the simple mode versus the advanced mode of how you actually set up your grid or your layout. That could be another video if you guys want to see it. But what I'm saying is, go directly to settings. Make sure all the sensitivities are where you're comfortable, and then go test it out in the player versus AI. Don't waste a match against actual people when you can go in and have it not count against you so you can get comfortable with it. It's a good way to get everything set how you want.
Thanks for watching. I hope these tips and tricks will help you become a top player in Call of Duty Mobile. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see me attempt to master these tips and tricks from this video in the future.